let's get started. Hello everybody and welcome back to Ruling the Cloud. Today's episode is something a little bit different than what I usually do. If you've noticed for the series so far, I haven't done much building, mostly digging and stuff like that with the group on the server. But today's episode, we'll be looking at this place. It's pretty awesome, right? I know. Well, actually, something I've been doing a lot lately at work is during my free time, I kind of go on the Minecraft subreddit, and there are just so many awesome builds that people do there. And I want it. I want everything that's built that's awesome. Unfortunately, a lot of the stuff is done in creative, but a lot of the other stuff is done, like, it's able to be done in survival, which is what I've done here. All of my favorite builds I've recreated on the cloud server. And I'm going to showcase them today because they're just amazing and they deserve more credit. And also because I have done a little bit of something different for each of them, because some of them you don't really have all the angles for it. But we'll get to that. We'll get to that as we go through it and compare them. To start things off strong, we have a Mesa Base made by Cruz, if I'm reading that right. And as soon as I saw this, I instantly got inspired and thought, you know what? I gotta make this thing in a Mesa biome somewhere. This was actually posted I think like 8 months ago, but it's insane. I personally, I'd never ever made a base in the Mesa. This is the first time I've done it, and I loved it. I thought it fit the biome perfectly, so I tried to recreate it as best I could, which is kind of hard from the pictures. He actually had a good amount of angles. It's just some of the views are kind of far away, but I was able to recreate it for the most part. You'll notice that through the pictures, they're actually mirrored. They're flipped versions of his. I didn't recreate them exactly. That's actually an error on my part. I started building it, and I was building it kind of mirroring it without thinking. It wound up working perfectly with the way I designed the place overall, with how I continued over to the left side there with that whole wheat area, which we'll get to. Another part that's different is the actual water wheel. His is probably much more better design. I even do another water wheel later, which we'll get to. It looks a lot better. I just kind of wanted to do one with my own colors, and I used furnaces as a temporary way to kind of smelt stuff. And I have a little cheeky little diamond block in the middle there, which I may reclaim because I'm actually running out of diamonds for, yeah, this build. It really ate a lot of resources, which, well, yeah. But in this building, it actually has the original purpose of this whole project of mine, and when I was building this place, I also made a little entrance down here in the water. It's kind of, you can see it because of the diorite, which I used to mark it, and we can see also the back wall there. But down here is where I mined all of my clay for the most part. I did do a lot of terraforming, which has a lot more clay. But there's the beacon from spawn, and Haste 2, of course. This is where I am going to do all of my clay mining from this point on, but I'll show you how much I got, and I got an insane amount just from the terraforming alone. It's crazy how much you can get. So this is the inside, obviously incomplete. I'm not much for working on the inside myself. This part was probably a little hard to see from the camera angle. This is like the nature-esque part. If you look at the picture, he has it on the side of his building, but it's not blocked by a bunch of trees. And a bit of terraforming here. This was actually all the brown clay, but I cut it down. And then also have this glass feature in the middle using something from the last server we were on. His was, I think, just solid color. And then all of my chests with all of my clay. All clay. Well, not all clay, but, you know, for the most part, different colors of clay. Just yeah, all clay. And the part where I kind of incorporated the water, if I can make this jump here. Oh, no, I'm bad. That's how I get across, because I haven't built the inside yet. And I planned out this part here, and I just haven't done it yet, because, you know, building inspired, keep looking at the Reddit and wanting to build more, gotta build more. So many things people do, it's amazing. And I got a bit of lag there. It's because I got crazy, I'm sorry. And then we have that little island feature down there, which is all custom. We'll get more into that later. So up here is kind of that nature-esque part, the water. I haven't decided where I'm going to start it, but it goes down onto the water wheel. Then it goes down there, and it goes into like the water lake area. Oh, also down here, yeah, I found this witch, you know, just outside my base, and I decided to... Oh, nope, not worth the joke. Oh, not worth the joke. So not worth the joke. Oh, okay. That was on the Reddit too. Some guy found it outside his base, made a little thing for it. I found that one outside my door, and you know what? Nope, not worth it. Moving on. Next up, we have quite the build. The Quiet Life by Martijnie. quite the inspiration for this build. As you can see, the bridge is a big portion of it, with this nice, picturesque landscape. The landscape isn't as tall as it is in the Quiet Life, but it is the inspiration for this part of the build. And I gotta say, it is a nice addition, as it took a lot of terraforming to do. I took out the entire bottom. Of course, we can't move on without talking about this awesome build right here. This is a knight statue made by JonnnLeee on the subreddit, and it is crazy. This guy, he saved himself the insanity by doing it in creative, and I chose to do it in survival. I'm not smart. No. But I actually wound up doing pretty good. He doesn't have all the angles that I could have used. The back would have been a huge improvement. If he had just one shot of the back, I could have made this thing almost perfect, exactly how he did it. Even the sword covers the torso part, the back part wouldn't have been covered, I don't think. So an addition I made to the back is, because I couldn't see it, I designed a shield. I made my own custom shield for it. It's my addition to the build. I was going to kind of go for an older, damaged look, like more like ancient statue, add some leaves and stuff and moss, but it looked great just the way it was, and it was a task in and of itself just to make this thing, and it was not easy. No, it wasn't. Let's move on to the next big portion of these builds. But before that, we gotta take a little quick peek at something. I'm sure you can see it by the light over there. Let's just ender pearl over. Looks pretty good from the front. So over here, in a little hole, someone's trying to be stealthy. To me, it looks like more like he got caught in a sand trap, if you ask me. Hey, how you doing? Yeah, you got caught in a sand trap. Not so stealthy, are ya? Alright, let's move on to the next part. That was just a little addition I made. I forget to post that, but it was hilarious. Found out you could do it in sand. And also the shield. It's kind of hard to see from this angle. Oh, creeper. It's hard to see from this angle, but it looks awesome. So the next part is this here. And this one is a giant farm that was created by the person named KArbitan on subreddit. And it was an interesting build. He built it in grasslands, it looks like, and just from the picture you can kind of tell there's a lot of wheat, but building this thing, there's a lot of wheat. It took me a long friggin' ass time to build this thing. Just the terraforming alone made me push this thing back like a week. And for the actual building build, I decided to go with a different design. Instead of copying his straight out, I did a combination of a windmill and a watermill. And other than that, the bottom portion where it kind of goes down is built very similar based off of what he did. I tried to copy that part, but the design of the actual building is built more towards kind of the style of the Mesa house that we had on the other side. And also, because of the way that the terrain was, the path is a little different. I made it so that it goes up to it from the bridge, which I actually had to build in. That part wasn't there. And on the top, there's the windmill. It's kind of incomplete because I left it open, but I think it looks better that way. And one thing that I was thinking of adding to the house is maybe some more grass. Yeah. So let's go inside. This is the path here, and it's basically, it's not bad. It's very similar to the build. And then over here we have the watermill, the one I was talking about earlier, the one I built a lot better. It's got more of like a rustic look, like it wasn't used. And then over here is the first part of the wheat. There's another entrance. There's a portal over there that we'll get to eventually, but this is the field. And in here are a couple chests, just the kind of stuff I've been working on. Of course, this build is incomplete. I still have to do the inside. I never do insides very well. This is where the watermill is, and I'm thinking of doing like a combination gear thing, because this leads all the way up to the windmill portion. I did one up there. We might get to it after if we have time. This is the upper area where I sleep for now. The room is done. I just kind of decorated and maybe do a little bit with the floor. The roof I'm going to keep the way it is. And then over here, there's a bit of a balcony. Just a nice small one where we can kind of overlook all that we built, all this wheat. And later we're going to collect all that. I want to do it all and see how many blocks we can get. Because the purpose of this is, like, I could have did it for looks alone, but I did this entire wheat field to try and see what we would get out of it. Like, how many blocks. This entire project, like the first house was for collecting, what's it called? Hardened clay. And then this one is for wheat. So we're going to start with collecting the wheat that's up here in a second. So here's another look at the watermill. I got a lot of vines and stuff on it. Down below is a cave. It's kind of covered up, but it's like kind of broken through the ground. It's pretty cool. And then down here, Whee! Yeah. This is the water. And his, it kind of... It does have this underground part as well. You don't see the inside of it very well, so I just kind of did my own thing. It's a little island here. So it comes out there. So yeah, we're going to start with... oh, actually, over here, I don't know if you can tell, but this is actually a well. In his, it was a place he stored his wheat, but I decided to go with a well look. And if you notice, I have these hay bales around, and there's a couple chests I've also placed. Under them is water, so that the soil stays fertilized. This is the first time I made a giant wheat field. There's a fence over there. I'm not very efficient at it, so I just kind of built it as I went. I'm not sure how to do it so that the water keeps all of the soil, fertilized, but I did it pretty good, and I haven't had any pop up. Over here is another portal I did. It was designed by navityco, if I remember correctly. And I copied it exactly how I built it. I even copied his flag. He had 3, though. In the middle, I have my own flag. If you watched the previous episode, I designed that one. It's kind of like a ghostly picture that we did. And I did the orange one. And I'm a huge Legend of Zelda fan. There'll be 4 colors, 4 bases. The purple one will be one of the ones I built. This place is in the Mesa, so orange. Yeah, a little tidbit of what's to come for building. And this place just looks so good. Just the way I made the building, I'm really proud of it. Because the building is mine. I actually built this, but it was designed off of the Mesa Base design. Good morning, everybody. So, now we're going to get started with collecting the wheat. And we're going to collect all the wheat that's over here. Oops. Oh, where is my hoe? Nope. Nope. There we are. Okay. So we're going to collect all the wheat over here. Hopefully this... no, okay, good. We're going to collect all the wheat over here, and we're going to see how many we get just from collecting what's up here. It should be a decent amount. There is still a lot of wheat up on this area, but the field is the main portion. And it's going to be crazy how much wheat we get from this build. Right, almost finished. Just the last section to work on. Just a little bit more. So I don't know what you guys think of this. The entire build itself took me a total of 2 weeks. The first week was building the statue, the house, a couple other things we're going to show. But the second week was basically building this. Because I'll show you guys in a second. But this entire field was a giant mountain. I moved it. Well, it's in the chest. And I moved it to kind of make the walkway portion of it, as I already mentioned. But, man, even with a beacon... Well, I was only using haste 1 just because it's easier to move. It took a long time. Alright, so we got about a stack, almost a stack and a half, just from this. Now we're going to go do the giant field. Alright, I've kind of started out a bit here. I've almost dug out the entire thing. I have just a small section in the bottom left. This is just a section here. And I'll show you how much I've gotten so far, because I'm getting kind of tired. This place is a lot to do, and it's getting late when I'm recording this. So we're going to go back and we're going to see how much we've gotten from not the entire thing. I've also been using these chests to kind of store the seeds, as those just build up like crazy. Same with the wheat. Oh, you don't have that much wheat there. Oh yeah, I know, because I have them in the other chests. You know, one thing I noticed about this place is, I don't know if mobs don't spawn on tilled soil, but I haven't had any mobs, and I've been doing this nighttime stuff. So this is a lot of wheat. Yep. Almost an entire inventory full. And there's a bit in this chest too. I'll take a bit just to make some more. Okay, now let's make some blocks. Just a couple wheat blocks. We're instantly going to get a stack out of this. And there we go. Let's go get a little bit more wheat from here so we can do it all in one shot. Oh, okay, never mind. I couldn't even fill up my friggin' inventory. Alright, I don't need the bow, and I'll put the hoe in here. Oops. Alright. Let's see how much we can get out of this. 2 stacks. Oh. Ow. I'm trying to... Go away. Oh, he almost killed me. What are you doing here? Go away. Right after I said I don't get any mobs in this place. Dang it. Maybe there was a tilled soil I broke and he spawned on it. Very rude. Alright. Back to making blocks. All the wheat in the world. Alright. 3 blocks. 3 stacks. Oh! After I make a stack, man, these guys just hit me. What the hell? I got a carrot out of it. No, I didn't need it. Delicious! Alright, here they are. Alright, I'm always paranoid I'm going to break it. because I have to jump up and down. But I do have a pathway going down, so it's not too bad. But it's just going up from level to level while you're doing this thing instead of having to go back all the way to the pathway. Yeah, I keep thinking, oh my god, I cannot click for the life of me. I keep missing. 4 stacks. Alright, so we got 4 stacks. We probably could have got close to 5 or 6 stacks. Oh, I didn't do it. There we go. Oops. Oh man, I'm tired. I'm sorry, guys. It's really late while I'm recording this. There we go. And a little bit of bread. So we got almost, well, we got 4 1/4 stacks, basic. Well, 4 1/3 stacks. Yeah. 4 stacks and 1/3 of a stack. So we have this entire back section still to do, and it would probably give us close to 6 stacks of wheat and stuff. So that's pretty crazy, if you ask me. And we basically have all the wheat we could ever want for any future builds, and I have an unlimited amount of food now. It's not as good as steak, but bread's pretty good. And I'll be using it in a future build. So the next thing we're going to be doing is another build, or sorry, another little project over here. If you can tell what it is just from looking in here, it's pretty good. And you visit the subreddit at a good time or a lot. Of course, in my colors, purple. Jack-o'-lantern. The glowstone I got just in case, because I might want to add a little bit more lighting to this place. So you know, remember those wheat stacks? We're gonna go build on them. All right, we'll start with this one here. Kind of deciding which direction to build it. Kind of like the way the front looks with the hay bale having the red lines. So I think we're gonna make this the front. And I can't place it like that. Well, I'm going to jump. Okay, I didn't break it. Good. Next, we have the clothings on this little fella here. There we go. And his arms. And finally, his beautiful face. And his hat. Still can't tell what this is. Well, this is actually a scarecrow that was made by the anonymous vegetable, of course. And I'm not exactly sure how he did the head. Or the hat, so we're gonna just see. Can you just place? No, you can't. Maybe if I do that and take it off? Nope. Oh, okay, I don't know how he did the... How did you do it? Maybe he used, like, string to kind of hold it up? Oh, I don't have any string, though. I might have to come back and try and add hats to it after. Oops, I probably shouldn't leave that up there. It kind of looks silly. Let me see if I have any string. I don't think I do. But, no, you know what? We'll just build them for now, and then after I'll come back and add the hats. Yeah. So let's just take this off for now. Can I get that? Jump. Nope. Oop. Okay, good. I'm gonna. There we go. Yep. All right. So that's one down. Let's go build ourselves another one. I think we'll do. There should be another one around here somewhere. Oh, there it is. Okay, so we're a layer down. Alright, so this one, as per the way I designed the other one, we're going to have the red lines be the front of it, and this is where the head's going to be. Ah! Yeah, I'm going to have to come back and till these soils later. This is the part I didn't like, just having to jump. Alright, arms. And we'll give them hats after. There we go. And there we go. Nice. I could have did the green. He did green in his, and the bottom was actually wood, but I liked it this way better. Alright, there's another one over here. This one I think will have face outward, maybe. Although the other one before had facing outward. Oops. Oh, I missed and I broke soil. There we go. Let's get rid of this. Arms. Although we had him facing... You know what? We're going to make him face inward. Towards the house, I mean. There we go. Perfect. Beautiful. So I'm going to go around and finish these guys off, retill the soil, plant some wheat, and I'll go to the next one in just a second. Chugga, 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 chugga. Woo, woo. Okay, that went too far. I'm sorry. So let me get to the end of the tunnel. Alright, so this is the last build I've actually been working on in this area. It's a train that was posted by ELWORRIER. I thought it was really awesome. His original design didn't look like this. He had, instead of orange, he used yellow. And the back part here, I've used cyan clay to make it a little bit darker. He used, I think, just regular clay, not even hardened. And this front part here, I added in a little bit something different, more of the stone stairs. And the glass is also a different color. He used like a gray glass. But this build, oh man, this build, it took literally all of my iron. I don't have all that much iron, but it used a lot of the cauldrons and just anvils, as you saw on the front. Each of the wheels is actually using it, which is insane. So this thing is basically eating up all my iron, and I can't finish it yet. But I do intend to make this track be my way to travel from here to spawn. All the way down here, I'm going to dig the tunnel. 5x5, I think it was, or something like that. And it'll be my way to travel from here to spawn, as we intend for this server. Let's go to the next one. I'm sure this angle looks kind of familiar. It's the same as, well, similar. I'm a little bit lower. But this is actually a fishing hut that was made by DescoleDesigns. And it seems we have someone here to observe this with us. Come over here, buddy. I have my mob sounds on because I didn't want to have to hear anything, and this guy he just shows up in the front of it. He can't even let me finish recording. I'm at the end of my episode, and he's coming here to disturb me. Thank you. Alright, so this is the design by DescoleDesigns. It's a fishing hut. It's very nice and compact. I didn't know what this side looked like, this back side here, so I kind of had to just work around it. The front is as close as I could get it. He did have like the ladder in that spot right there, but it, yeah, I had to put it down there. The sign is the same. Rock pile fishing hole. We got our furnaces, our chests, our other stuff here. This is actually the other shot. From out over here, this is where you can kind of view out and stuff. And I've been using this kind of place as a little bit of a storage. I have a lot of the good stuff I found while mining. You know, I'm going to actually test this out because I designed it so that you could fish from inside here. I haven't tested it yet, so we'll see how it goes. The idea is that like you could just stand over here. That's why this opening is here, and just shoot. I broke the picture. Okay, I didn't even know you could do that. Nope. I know you can do this. There we go. It kind of shoots out to the side. I don't know if you can get a straight shot, or if you can pick this up. Oops. But yeah, so that was the intention of here, because I don't think he has like an opening in his, maybe just a window or something. But it looks pretty cool. I like this place. It's just a little small addition I added to the area. I'm gonna try and nope. Yeah, this isn't. Well, I have my fishing spot in spawn, so you know this is just a nice little place away from that, sort of. You know, I give up. All right, there we go. I'll fix that later, I guess. Yeah, whatever. Yeah, actually, I'm gonna get rid of this too because I don't need this anymore. There we go. Okay, so back up here, this entire place is actually custom built. I'm sure I've mentioned this before. We have that little hole there, but if we get up here, this entire lake area is all built by me. This entire thing. This water wasn't here. I added that in by digging out the ground and adding some more sand and stuff in. The water actually, there was water around here, but it wasn't around this island. This is all added in by me. The island itself is kind of just dug out a bit. You can kind of see it on the top. But the water ended just around there. And there was a little bit right over there. And I thought, you know what? I may as well connect all of it. So I did. I went and added it all. And I added it to the build of the house. There's some trees over there that I've been using to kind of farm wood and stuff. But yeah, it turned out pretty good. I like it because I was able to meld it with the water mill of the house. So it looks amazing. And there's actually one more thing I have to show you. Something I noticed while I was mining over here. Down here in this little secret hole. Something I found. Something amazing. A zombie spawner. Yep, that's right. And here is not really anything. There's only one chest, unfortunately. But I found a zombie spawner, which we're going to turn into a zombie purifier. And we're going to kind of link it to the build up top there. Because on the island, I'm going to make another building. I haven't decided on what I'm going to make it look like how I'm going to design it. I get that XP. But it's going to kind of like be built on top of this island, and then it's going to go down into the ground. Kind of like have the entranceway here, maybe? Something like that. Like right around here, I'm thinking. And then it'll go down. That looks awesome, by the way. I can see it so far. It looks amazing. That was probably my favorite build out of all of them. It's almost nighttime, too. I should probably go sleep soon. But yeah, it's right down there. So a staircase could go straight down, and it would go right to it. Or add it there, maybe. Like in the cave, something like that. I'm just going to go quickly sleep. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed the episode. Those are actually all the builds I have to show off today. And as they, you know, decorate my background, they look amazing, and that night is my favorite. The house is pretty good, too. But I hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and it's something a little bit different, kind of a change of pace, just showing off all of these cool builds I've been looking at lately. I had to own them in my world, you know. It's also for a future project, don't worry about it. But we're not done with this place yet. This place was originally built for one episode, but because I found that zombie spawner, I plan to do a lot more with this place. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the episode. Links to each of the original posters will be in the description, and I guess I'll catch you crazy kids next time. Thanks for watching. Next time we'll get to our own build, don't worry. Bye!